Safeguarding your child against preventable fall injuries in the home. Today we're going to take a look at two common areas that babies and children are at most risk: the kitchen and the nursery. Kitchens, as we know if you're a parent, are a magnet for toddlers, full of really enticing sights and sounds and smells that are far beyond their reach, and at a moment of distraction for a tired parent, putting them at a very great risk of hurting themselves.
Yeah, and unfortunately that curiosity gets the best of them, and they'll climb into anything and onto anything they can get their hands on, leading to maybe frequent bumps and bruises, or maybe even worse. Co-founder Charlotte Wenham is joining us with what you need to know about safety, and thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So of course we want to encourage kids to, participate, to learn and interact with family members and friends, but what's a safe way to do that?
Well, like you said, it is so important for children to get involved in those normal everyday activities. For me as a parent, my concern was, how do I show my child what I'm doing in the kitchen safely? How do I get them to come up and help me bake cookies? How do I help them learn how to brush their teeth?
Right.
So things like steps or those types of things don't provide, in my opinion, enough protection from a fall.
Right.
And when you look at some of the statistics around injuries in children, falls are a really big part of that.
Yes. And we want to encourage them to participate, like you said, and everything, but the more that we put them off to the side because we're worried about something, the more that they want to do it. So
exactly.
Let's talk about what parents can do, and things that are pretty substantial that will keep their children safe.
Yes. Well, I've actually bought in the TrueTock tower here, which was actually designed by some early childhood educators who noticed during their work that children were coming in and they weren't able to do some of those really simple things for themselves. So things like brushing their teeth, their parents had tried to do it for them so they wouldn't have to get up at height. So they designed the tower, which is a fully enclosed platform. Children can get in through the side, or you can lift them in. But the other beautiful thing about this is the platform inside here, you can actually just take that out and lower it down. There's three different levels. It is. But the other thing that's really cool is when you're not using it, you take the platform out, it folds down flat, so you can store it in the kitchen, you can store it behind a door, next to the refrigerator, under the bed, wherever you need to. So even for grandparents, perfect to have at home.
Can't use tools anymore. I learned that lesson the hard way, unfortunately. Even one that I thought that was really stable wasn't, because you can never anticipate what your kids are going to do, even though you think that you can at certain points.
Exactly.
And you talk about putting it away, but it's so nice looking. I don't know why anybody would want to, but of course the stability of it too is important.
Exactly.
Parents might worry about kids pulling it down or falling out of it. Talk about the safety features.
We have done extensive testing, and it's passed all of the local US tests for stability, which is very important. If you've got children who might get excited by something they see that might be in arm's reach, you want to know that it's sturdy and it's stable. And we've done extensive testing just to make sure that your child is safe.
Yeah, because I think a lot of parents know about like the bolting things into walls.
Yes.
But these are the things that they want kids to be part of, to get involved and get into the kitchen. So let's talk about some of the other things that parents should be aware of.
Yes. For me, as a parent, I have one child in particular that is a climber.
That was me when I was a baby.
Yes. So this is something that we haven't been able to stop him doing, and I don't think it's really right for us to necessarily hem our children in and wrap them in cotton wool. They do need to explore. And us as parents need to find the safest way to enable them to do that.
Right.
One of the things that concerned me is that my child, when he was 10 months old, figured out he could climb out of the crib. I wasn't ready for that. That was way too early for me. And there's parents everywhere who can tell the same story.
I was one of them too.
Yes.
I saw it happen. I never thought in a million years he'd be able to do it.
Oh no.
Tell us about the Dreamcatcher.
The Dreamcatcher is a mat that actually goes underneath the crib. The crib goes in the flat center section, and then there's 8 separate sections that you can inflate to, anything against the wall stays deflated. Away from the wall, you inflate it as much as you need to, either to cushion the fall, or if you want a nice sturdy one, you just inflate it as you desire.
How smart.
And when they outgrow the crib, there's other uses.
You can use it for all sorts of different things. One of my favorite ideas that someone came up with is using it for Lego. When they start playing with Lego, you inflate all 8 sides, put the Lego inside, the child inside, and hopefully it's contained.
And the parent doesn't get injured in the process walking on Lego.
Exactly.
If you've ever experienced that, you never want to again.
It's painful.
It is.
Thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
And if you would like to get a free copy of the ebook edition of Raising Confident Parents, you can email confident@pneo.org. That is normally a $40 value.
Don't go anywhere. The Morning Blend will be right back.